Hi guys, Jim here, and welcome to a very special vlog. I don't know what I do, video update thing, whatever. So this is me logging my journey up north to take on the Wall, which is the 70-mile ultramarathon between Carlisle and Newcastle in the UK. So it runs very much along the top of England, and it's called the Wall because it follows roughly Hadrian's Wall. So a bit of history for you there. I'm running it tomorrow, hopefully only tomorrow. There is an option for people to split it over 2 days. I am signed up for the one-day event, which means I need to finish by 6 a.m. No, 9 a.m. No, don't know. Don't care, because I'm going to finish in the evening of Saturday. So Saturday, the 19th of June, has been a date seared into my mind for a number of months, and I can't believe it's kind of actually here. I kind of always thought I would be that guy who was going to do an ultra rather than the guy what done an ultra, or hopefully not, but may have failed in doing an attempted ultra. I have done one ultra before. It was the same company, Rat Race, they're called. I think they're primarily based in the UK, but they do have events around the world. Great event, and it was up in Edinburgh and was almost half of the distance of this one. So it was 36 miles or 57 kilometers, and all around Edinburgh, and was very hilly. So this one is, as I say, it's called the Wall. And it is 70 miles or 111 kilometers, and it is it's supposed to not be as hilly as the previous one. Sorry for the backwards video. So here's my race number. Very excited. It feels very real now, and I just wanted to take you through the event, my progress, my packing, me on this side of the run, feeling good, enthusiastic, and we'll see how I feel by the end. All right, so first up, let me talk you through my kit. Many of you may well have done ultras yourself or already know this, but most ultras require a mandatory kit list. So there's a minimum amount of things that you need to carry around with you on the race at all times. So, given the race is going to be 15 hours of slogging it out, keeping the weight down to a minimum and keeping, the actual arduous act of carrying stuff around. You don't want things lumping into you and prodding you in the back the whole way around. So it's super important to be careful about how you go, how you pack, how you wear it, what you're wearing on the day versus what you take with you. They have a bag drop system for this race, which is great. So they offer you a little tiny bag, which gets taken to about a third of the way round. Stick some socks in there, stick some food in there. And they also offer you a big proper bag drop, which will go to about halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway. And you can actually change of clothes, more food, all of these sorts of things, and that will then get taken over to the finish line for you as well. So need to make sure that you use that as well as you can, and pack accordingly. So my mandatory kit. So this is the list, which is backwards for you guys, so not very helpful. But I will run through and show you what I've got and what how I intend to pack it. So first things first, of course, we've got the running shoes themselves. So I'll be running in my Brooks Adrenaline GTS 21. All the shoes have silly names, don't they? I'm not going to take a change of shoes with me. I've seen I've kind of read into it a little bit, watched some YouTube videos, so it must be true if it happened on the internet. And the kind of the opinion is a bit divided, but I think on balance, I'm not going to. I haven't practiced with multiple different shoes on the same race. Your feet are going to swell up. These are perfectly comfortable. They're about 500 miles old, so you can see they've still got 500, about 200 miles old, so they've still got quite a lot of tread. They're very comfy, and this isn't a trail race really. I think there's going to be about 80% roads, 20% trails, so I don't need any specialized gear. So before we move on to the rest of the kit, this is what I will be wearing for the actual run. So I bought this from Runners Need, another hashtag, another sponsor. And you know, I think it's quite a standard bit of gear. So it comes around the front. It's got a few sort of pouches for water bottles and other bits and pieces. Clips up on the front so you can get it nice and snug. Got some space on the back for various bits and pieces. So yeah, so me and this bad boy are going to get to know each other very well. Oh my fucking god! So first up on the mandatory kit list is the ability to carry water with you at all times. So you don't actually have to carry water with the maximum amount of water on you. Obviously, you'll be drinking it as you go, but you have to have the capability of carrying at least 2 litres of water at all times. That had been 1 litre of water, but it's actually been quite hot recently, so they've upgraded it to 2. Each of these bad boys came with this actually. Fits neatly into the front. They are half a litre, so nice, flexible water bottles. Stick them in there, happy days. Yeah, so that'll be 1 litre, but I'm also carrying with me this. So there is, this is a 2 litre hydration bladder. Yeah, so here it is in all its glory. You can sort of, there's a little thing you can stick it through here. It'll flop around a bit, so I just need to maybe lodge it over there or something for the run. But yeah, that's super helpful. So I need to take a basic first aid kit. I managed to find this one off the internet for £2, which is very reasonable. It just needs some bandages and some plasters. Hopefully I won't need much, if any of it. I'm going to flesh it out with some painkillers and maybe a bit of sort of anti-blister cream as well, just in case. So this is the somewhat irritating part of it. You need to carry full waterproof coverings. So I've got a jacket here with taped seams, which is the important part apparently, as well as some waterproof trouser coverings as well. They're going to be annoying to carry around the whole time. They are quite light, to be fair, but if it's going to be sunny and no rain, which is forecast, then it's going to be a bit annoying. But that being said, it is raining today, so maybe I'll get lucky and I'll need them. Probably would be nice to have a bit of rain to keep me company. You need a whistle, fully charged mobile phone. Apparently I need some cash on me, so at least a tenner, so 20 does the job. We need to carry the event day info card, which has a emergency contact number and also some checkpoint information, which I will share with you shortly. Everyone's favourite new addition to daily life, hand sanitizer, face covering. And then, oddly enough, you need a plastic cup. I guess this is in case you need a hot drink or you want a hot drink, but I guess the reason you have to have it is in case you need a hot drink. And Rat Race are trying to cut down on their own waste, which is laudable, of course. My Viz gear, I have to have a head torch. So, got a nice bright head torch there. And I need to take some spare batteries. No intention of needing it. Gonna have to carry it around with me the whole way. Doesn't weigh that much, it's fine. And finally, we need to carry some spare food. So I'm carrying plenty of gels with me at all times. You need a minimum of 400 calories on you. So that's about 4 or 5 of these bad boys. And I might try and keep a couple of flapjacks or whatever on hand as well. And that's actually it for the mandatory kit. So that's a relief, I've definitely got everything. However, there are a few bits and pieces that are recommended, including a hat. So if it's sunny, that'll probably be quite nice. I got this at Runners Need again, so running hat, nice tight fit, happy days. And also, based on the forecast, some sun cream. Hopefully we'll need it, although hopefully I won't need it the whole way, you know what I mean? I don't think 16 hours in the sun, which is good for everybody, is good for many people. I've also got this, which I will have on me for the run. This will allow me to top myself up, but it also doubles as lubricant. So for those chafing needs, I'm going to also wear a I don't know, bum bag of some description. So in it will be my phone, some spare stuff, but also the fact that it's a belt. Hopefully, you know, I can attach my first aid kit to it, that sort of thing. On the sock front, I'll be running most likely in these at first, but I will intend to change into these spares halfway round, so that will be nice. But yeah, so fingers crossed. I've got a 3.5 hour train journey up north, wearing a face mask the whole way, because I'm a good citizen, and it's the law, but most people probably won't bother now, but 3 hours of face mask, that'd be good. And yeah, getting a bit nervous, I won't lie. I've been for a couple of runs with this fully kind of kitted up, and yeah, it's going to be reasonably tough, but you know what, I signed up for it. I've actually invested quite a lot of money, time and effort into this as well. The entry fee alone was 200 quid. This was 100, so you know, we shall see. I've got a marathon starting in, I've got a marathon in October, so my 16-week training period actually starts next week. So I might take a couple of days off afterwards, but then I need to kind of pick up the training straight away. So this is very much an adventure. It's not a goal race. I don't care about the time. I care about finishing. I'm doing it with a friend. We've done one before. And, you know, look, we shall just see what we shall see. So, fingers crossed. Hello! Made it to Carlisle. This is the lovely hotel room that James organised for the two of us. Lovely romantic getaway. Although we do have separate rooms. Look at this. It's dead posh. So, unfortunately for James, no, difficult to envisage any action there. It's actually quite a distressingly nice room. It's going to be difficult to leave in the morning. We're both kind of doing last minute checks on all our kits. Turns out that we think we've got everything. I did manage to forget my the mini bag that you can send halfway down the course. So that's a bit annoying, but to be honest, I kind of hadn't planned for that anyway, because I didn't know how the bag system worked. So it's not really going to be an issue. So let me show you what I'm taking on the course. Ta-da! So this is all the kit that we have to take, and some stuff that we can send out early. So I'll quickly run you through. So got my waterproof trousers, got my rain jacket. So here are my two water bottles. They're both full of electrolyte powder. So when I top them up with water, they'll give me a nice fresh boost. I will take some headphones with me. Don't intend to use them. They're more of an emergency. If things get really bad and James has to leave me behind and I need to walk for 2 hours, I can listen to a podcast or something. I won't be taking this, but some sun cream. I will be taking this, which is some anti-chafe sun cream as well, which is good. We've got the bladder. We got the my high-vis vest. I mean, you've seen all this already, but it's just seeing it in one place is quite distressing. This is the GPS tracker, so from Rat Race. So we need to carry that on us at all times. Got my plastic cup, the all-important plastic cup, hand sanitizer, various cables. I'm going to take a power bank with me as well, because it makes sense. Going to stagger my gels, so won't be carrying all of them at all times, but I have got 15 gels with me. Should cover everything nicely. Head torch, which I won't use. First aid kit and survival bag, which I hopefully won't use. And then this lot is stuff that I will send in my bag. So I've got some spare socks. Got my power bank there. Some more gels, wallet, got some cash in there, that sort of thing. I got some spare clothes even, so just in case. Oh, I am taking this. So this has got yet more electrolyte fluid, so I can top up halfway round. My running hat, which is a first time purchase for me, so hopefully that won't get too annoying. Morning. It is 4:26, which is pretty early, to be honest. James is still asleep. He's a new parent, so I'm giving him the lie-in. Look how plush this kitchen is. This is a hell of a hotel. Look at that. Got my Here we are. He's emerged.
Yeah.
How do I best show you this? I mean, probably this isn't it, but my bag. Fully kitted and booted. And I'll show you where our pit stops are, or our pit stops, checkpoints. I don't know which one. Yeah, so you can see we've got a number of pit stops, blue, checkpoints in red. I think pit stops are like the big significant stops with steel drummers and maharachi bands and fireworks, whereas the checkpoints are a bit more chilled. So we've got quite the jog to the first one, 15 miles, and then 9 miles, 14 miles. No, that's not right. 6 miles, then 14 miles, then 17 miles, and then that final 9. That's going to feel pretty hard. And the timing in the middle is the cut-off time, so you have to be leaving the pit stop by then in order to be allowed to continue. Hopefully that won't be too much of an issue for us. We're aiming to come in sort of 12 hours before the actual cut-off, so yes, need to keep this card on me at all times. Apparently part of my mandatory kit. I imagine it's going to be quite battered by the time we get to the end. Here we are on our death march, both feeling very strong. Both got our last minute calories. It's a lovely day. It's probably going to be too lovely a day. I think we've got, last time I checked it was a 19-degree high, which feels manageable. We've had 28 this week, so not too bad. Yeah, this backpack already weighs a fucking ton. Right, see you on the start line. This is the race village, I suppose. Not, admittedly, it was never advertised as a race village, so I don't mean to disparage. What our bag drops over there. And got some portaloos. That's all you need. Good start point. Finish start line's just over there. Starting off at Carlisle Castle, which is nice. Very scenic, very historic sort of place. And yeah, lots of people gathering around. It's got a nice buzz in the air. It's, lots of nervous faces, which I am one of. Right, next stop, first start. See you in a bit.
So we have moved our first group forward to the start archway, and we are going to get the wall 2021 underway in 30 seconds, Rat Racers. The day we thought we'd never come is here. Let's make the most of it, enjoy it, look after one another, listen for the beeps, watch the screen on the left hand side, and we're going to get you underway in 15 seconds. And away they go, our first group of open running 2021s. The wall is underway.
You feeling it, James?
You can hear the beeps.
Yeah, not tired at all.
10 miles, just in case.
Yeah,
James is feeling good. Feeling good. He's already dropped me twice, but I caught him. A couple of pit stops, shall we say? Yeah, so 10 miles in an hour and 40. It's good, prudent pace.
Yeah, sensible.
It's probably too fast. We'll see. And yeah, just 6 more of those to go. Easy peasy. See you at the checkpoint. So this is checkpoint 1. 15 miles in. Really good spread. It's all food down there. Got some goodies. Oh, got croissant, watermelon, flapjack, pancake, some Haribo. That's James tucking into his sandwich. Bacon and egg.
Yep.
Very good. Very healthy.
You're going to see that again in 5 miles.
Yeah. Oh. Feeling pretty good. Got my cap in the cool pose, so that means I'm cool. It's my go faster style. Yeah, good so far. 50 miles in, 24 kilometers, 2 hours, 40 minutes. Gonna try and keep our pause here to a minimum, top up on water, and then maybe eat our stash on the go, even if we're just ambling along. Keep going forwards, you know. But yeah, good race so far. Enjoying it. Lovely weather as well. We've been really lucky. Any words for the fans, the adoring fans, James?
Hopefully see you soon.
There we go. Well, we are at, what are we at? Mile 24?
24, yeah.
Mile 24, nearly a marathon. Got more than 2 left, so you know, it's not that big of a milestone. Glad to say I got some use out of my plastic cup. I don't even want the coffee, to be honest, but I'm going to have it because I bought the cup this far. Yeah, what are we, 4.5 hours in? Quite a bit of hills in the last section. So yeah, a little bit knackered, to be honest. Legs definitely starting to feel it. There's a lot of quiet, determined faces around. So we're into the middle mile slog potentially, where I would suggest the novelty is beginning to wear off and the legs are beginning to hurt. Anyway, yeah, when we got another 40 miles here. Right, I've got another. I'm gonna go top up my water. Catch you in a bit. So this is Hexham, which is sort of the big main pit stop. So this is where those people who are doing it in 2 days get to finish, so they even get a little finish line, which feels a bit cheap if I'm being honest. I don't think, even if I was doing it in 2 days, I wouldn't want to be told I'd finished when you've not finished. But yeah, it's 44 miles. So this is by miles my furthest ever run, and it is only 26 miles to go, which is less than a marathon, as the doorman, as the chap on the gate was keen to stress, which, I mean, is technically true. Got a nice sausage roll, got some tomato soup, fully loaded on water. The next pit stop is 17 miles away, so that's the biggest gap. We just had a 14-mile kind of slot session, if you like, which actually was really good. We both felt surprisingly strong. We pretty much ran the whole thing. We walked up the hills, but other than that, we were running the whole thing. And yeah, it's going well. It's 9.5 hours in, so if we can maybe spend another 5 minutes here and head on out, every chance of finishing sort of before 10 o'clock tonight, which means we'll beat the darkness, which is all we kind of wanted to do. And yeah, feeling good, very excited. Right, I'll see you at mile 61. Yeah, we're about 54 miles. And this is what we've been reduced to. The silent shuffle, looking for any excuse to walk. We're getting it done. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. One foot in front of the other, James.
Yeah.
We got this. Right, James and I have just left the final, I don't know if you can quite see it through the trees, final pit stop, 61 miles, single digits now. In theory we got 8.99 to go, so it's yeah, basically easy finish. Yeah, pretty knackered, grateful to finish in 2 hours. That gets us in for 16 hours, and just about keeps us in light time, so in the daylight. How you feeling, James?
Good. This is now my running pace. So.
Yep. That form, strong.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully, I will see you at the finish. So, I am back home after successfully crossing the finish line, as you just saw. So it's a few days later. Had a bit of time to recover. I needed it. I still need it, to be honest. It's taken quite the toll. I can walk about fine now, but that wasn't the case even as long as 2 days afterwards. You know, I was still hobbling about, but it's about 3.5 days out now. So yeah, so feeling good. A bit worryingly, my chest was still hurting for a little while. Like I was struggling to take a full breath. It was quite painful, but that seems to have subsided. So yeah, so I'm happy with that. Having resolved. Here is my medal. Woo! It's in reverse, obviously, but yeah, it says it says the UK's most iconic ultra. And it's pretty big. Like I can't think I've got many medals that are bigger than this one. And interestingly as well, it seems to be made out of like reclaimed wood, sort of cardboard in texture. You can hear it's certainly not metal. So I don't know if it's sort of a push for renewables or that sort of thing. But yeah, so anyway, like I made it. It was a right struggle. The last 7 miles, you saw me checking at 61 miles. So the last 7.5 miles, 8 miles, we had to walk the whole thing, which was about 2.5 hours, maybe 2:15. And yeah, it was pretty nasty. So super pleased to be done, but still absolutely thrilled to have done it. A real bucket list item, 100k ultra in the bank. Can't take it away from me. 16 hours and 20 minutes. We really slowed down after mile 44. So basically the last marathon took us 7 hours, which was pretty bad. And it's all downhill. So am I tempted to do it again? I don't know. I'd be tempted to do maybe something similar. It's still a bit raw, but if I were to do it again, it would be quite the comfortable PB shot. I think and it's nicer to know kind of what you're getting into. Let's have a little look on Strava, shall we? So here it is in all its glory. You can see 111 kilometers, which was exactly as advertised. Actually, they said it was 111, and either I've had some very good GPS or I've got some ups and downs which offset. I'd like to think I have some good GPS. I did in fact buy a new Garmin running watch. I got a 945, one of those. Don't know. I'll some pro runner me. And yeah, so you can see I had to walk the last 8 miles, as I said. Pace, I mean, look, it's not quick, but it doesn't matter. 16:26. It was actually 16:20. I left my watch going for 5 minutes afterwards by accident. And look, we got so lucky with the weather. It was absolutely fantastic. 10 degrees. I mean, it had been up towards 28 the week before. So very lucky it was nothing like that. And I think it was higher than 10 at a point, but it was just really good cloud cover pretty much the whole way. Yeah, absolutely cannot complain. 1,200 meters of climbing, so not too bad. I'll show you it in a minute. Yeah, it reckons 9,000 calories burned as well. As I say, I ran with my mate James. Second best estimated 50k effort. So what is it actually like? Look, it's pretty cool. You get to see cutting across the top of England there, which is nice. It's it's more or less a coast to coast. I mean, it's not quite, but you can, it starts at the source of the river there as well. And so here's the overall kind of race in a nutshell, and you can actually see it's quite the obviously the big drops off in pace were my what are we saying with the checkpoints. So the pit stops were the big ones. The checkpoints were just like a table with some sweets on it. So you can kind of see them scattered through and how they were spaced. And what's interesting is so actually the shortest gap between the two, this is one of the hardest sections of the run. This there's lots and lots of climbing here. It's lots of hills. We're kind of scrambling along the side of Hadrian's Wall, which was very nice. But yeah, that was tough. Annoyingly, they kept talking in miles, so I might flip between miles and not. But you can see the first one here, we were pretty consistent. In fact, let me show you on this list. So we set off very slowly. There was never any intention of trying to run, anything close to 12 hours. I think we were kind of hoping for about 15, so we did miss that. But that's beside the point. And so we got 6-minute kilometers pretty much the whole way for the first 25k, which was the first checkpoint. You can see obviously quite a long stop, which represented I don't know, like a sort of a 10-minute pause. But then it started getting quite hilly. I mean, even there there were some crazy hills in the first section right towards the end. And then, and so that was good. Then felt pretty comfortable. There was another 9 miles, so 14k kind of coming in. And again, we're pretty consistent with the pace. We weren't walking a great deal. I think maybe, we did start to have a bit of a slowdown here or there as we were going, but, still only 30 odd k in. And so, so this is the next pit stop here. This was sort of, we were, there's a big uphill to get there. So, you felt kind of good because you thought you thought you were there, but you were not. And then, so then they started messing you around up this. And this wasn't just like a big climb up a hill. You can see, look, minus grade there. So it was very much up and down, net uphill. So that was a hard slog. And so you can see we had to recover. Our pit stops got longer and longer each time we stopped. We stopped for longer. But yeah, it was quite nice, this downhill. And then this section here, which was about 14 miles or 22k, this was our kind of, we were both proudest of this section because we were both pretty beaten up. This really took it out of us. I think James won't mind me saying here, he was really struggling. He was sort of like, this is when he first started thinking, am I going to actually finish? So we were quite pleased. We're very proud of ourselves for this. We've walked up the hills, where there were steep hills, but otherwise we ran the whole thing, and we were maintaining some pretty reasonable splits, from the checkpoint, which was about here. You can see we're 66666 606. Okay, that was downhill, but so we're really this was a good set. This was a good stretch, and then you ended up here at Hexham for the penultimate stop, which this sort of, we felt good coming in, and you'll have seen me on the video. The video earlier, we kind of felt a bit strong, but to be honest, it sort of cost us all our momentum, and it all kind of, it's literally all downhill from it. But it actually, it really it sort of. From then on, it was really difficult for both of us. I'm not going to say either of us found it easy either way, but we both struggled, and you can see that with the occasional like walking kilometer there, and just a lot of generally, we had to stop every now and then. Both of our legs were struggling, and and that was the longest stretch as well. So this was reasonably cruel, but could they have done this slightly, could they have split this better? I mean, look, it was superbly organized, so I'm not going to moan too much, but yeah, this was a hard slog. And it was almost bang on 100k that we got into the next pit stop, so that was good. But yeah, from there, so we had a long stop as well, and you can't really see it here, but there's a bit of a noticeable drop off, but basically we walked the whole rest of the way. So, 11k, 7.5 miles, nothing below 10. And then a little trot over the bridge at the last minute. Yeah, you can see I've accidentally left it running when I shouldn't have done. So yeah, overall, that's probably too low, but my heart rate, interestingly, it reckoned that I was right up in the 170s when we were just jogging along in the first bit. So this shouldn't have been, I can't think this being right. It looks like, it probably should have been more like this.
But obviously the walk back kind of really helped bring down the average. Cadence was appalling. You know, we're not running properly. You know, as I say, you can see where we've managed some like good spells of solid running. So as I say, this section here was our best. We're proudest of this. A couple of hills we had to walk up. That was fine. But yeah, this is. I mean, yeah. So anyway, temperature. Oh, the temperature varied so much. I've not seen that toggle before. So yeah, yeah, you can see. I don't think it ever spiked that much. Maybe it did. 32, probably not. That might have just been I don't know what that was. But yeah, so you can see it never got that high above 20. We're very grateful for it. So yeah, that was my run. That was my race. Absolutely thrilled to bits that I've done it. No regrets at all. Honestly, the walk back, didn't care. It was hard. We couldn't run. We couldn't have done it any faster. We just about beat the light. And yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry for the long video, but you know, felt like it deserved a bit of attention. Got marathon training starting soon, so I'm going to try and get back on with more regular videos. Keep you posted on that. Shooting for an October the 10th sub-3 marathon. That's my big goal. So yeah, need more than double the pace of this. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. See you later.